How's it going, everybody? Gabriel White here, representing the movement towards improvement. I am very excited to introduce to you another MTI team member, Mr. Andrew Fischer. Andrew, what's going on?
Feeling good. Thanks for having me on again.
How'd that intro sound? Does that a good intro?
Ooh, yeah, that was the best one I've heard.
All right, that's kind of my thing. Well, Fish, aka Fish, as people know him on the PGA Tour. First off, when I look for partnering up with people to come on the MTI team, provide value for people, I'm looking for somebody who has some serious experience, someone who's committed, someone who's gotten great results, right? You can kind of judge people on the fruit of their labor. Is that the saying? Well, Fish has worked for 10 years on the PGA Tour, working for players like Chris Stroud, Jeff Overton, Ryan Moore, and even two-time Masters winner Bubba Watson. So his experience goes deep on how to get players to warm up, proper nutrition, keeping players' energy level so they can stay focused. Everything to do with the mind and how that affects the body. So I brought Fish on board because he's going to be part of our first ever MTI Movement Towards Improvement experience that we're holding in Dallas August 1st and 2nd, right? I'm going to bring people that are experts in their field, bring them in and be able to help you guys in certain areas. That's not my strength. Yeah, do I know swing mechanics? Have I worked with some great coaches from Palm Springs to Arizona to Hawaii? Yeah, that's my strength. That's my thing. But Fish has too many years on the PGA Tour and worked with too many great players, and he's going to bring some great value to the table. So Fish, could you please just share a little bit about your experience on the tour and what you're going to bring and provide value for at our first ever MTI experience?
Yeah, Gabe, I'm just elated to be a part of the first one. I really just foresee this thing just being absolutely huge. Yeah, throw them up. I'm excited. Being on tour for 10 years, it's just been absolute craziness. Just so cool. So many stories, so many personalities. I've been able to just be around just some of the greatest players just of our time right now and just watch them and see what they do and get into like an intimate, in-depth look at the skills and the drills and the cues and the instruction that they use to perform at the highest level. I mean, I don't think we realize what's going on behind the scenes. So it's cool to actually be right in there, be that fly on the wall for as long as I have been.
Well, that's very interesting because not only were you on tour providing your strengths and your service to the players, but you picked up on so many things just through being there week in and week out and being associated with Ricky and hanging out with Dustin and, Sure. Bubba as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You're just standing there. You might kind of like lean in a little bit just to hear what Hank Haney has to say to Tiger or something. Just it's been awesome.
Yeah,
almost a little bit too much overload. I got too much in this brain. I gotta get some of that. I'll throw some of it at the MTI followers. Let's get it going.
Absolutely. And I first met Fish back in Seattle when we held our clinic, and he had so many great stories. And once I started learning and hearing about Fish's experience and some of the stuff he knows and all the little details and intricacies that go on with tour life, I knew I needed to bring Fish on board and get him to deliver and add some value, guys, to my first ever MTI experience. So Fish, can you explain a little bit on what you want to bring to the table August 1st and August 2nd in Dallas and what you're going to be able to share with these players so that they can actually make sure their bodies are in good shape, perform well, stay injury free, and take that information and improve it so when they leave they still got some stuff?
Absolutely. As a performance coach, we kind of grab a whole bunch of different areas, whether that's self-therapy or nutrition or just actually strength and conditioning, whatever we choose to do. I mean, we really bring a lot to the table. And what I would love for everyone that comes to this MTI clinic is to really get that PGA Tour treatment for a day. Really kind of feel what it's like to be groomed like a PGA player, to actually behind the scenes, to get the stuff that nobody knows about, the muscle activation that occurs before a round, the therapy that occurs after a round, the nutrition and the supplementation during the round. So I want to share all that knowledge, and I want to kind of just highlight a few things. Have everyone have a basic understanding about the nutrition for golf nutrition, supplementation, on course, post round, and then really getting to a dynamic warm up that's really going to help us just loosen our bodies. Just as I'm sitting here right here, I'm getting a little stiff. As fascia starts to learn bad patterns just by hunching over and watching TV. Let's move around a little bit. So we're just going to get everybody moving biomechanically more efficiently and deliver that that MTI experience that they've never had before.
Absolutely. One of the cool things I want to touch on is you just said bad pattern. And basically, that's what it's all about. It's about changing patterns, mentally, physically, whatever it may be. And that's why we need to change, it's a holistic game, right? And we can't just have you come in there and, work on the mechanics of your swing if you're not also changing the patterns in your body as well. Same mentally. So we're going to be talking, and you'll be learning at this experience at the Four Seasons Resort at Las Colinas in Dallas. Full swing. We're going to go over full swing, one-on-one coaching, short game, putting fundamentals, mental strategies, and dynamic warm-up and nutrition. Okay, so, and that's what we wanted. I had to think of a word to describe what we're doing, and it's experience. That's why we got the nicest resort. I'm getting experts in other fields to come in, like Fish, and we want it to be, for me, Fish, I want it to be simple, I want it to be fun, but I do want you to, grow and to learn and to change into a more, positive pattern.
Absolutely.
So,
it's all about patterns.
It's all about, hey, patterns is what it is. So, Fish, thanks for coming on board. Thanks for coming on the team. Thanks for joining me this in Dallas, August 1st and 2nd. I'm very excited. This is another level up for a movement towards improvement and being able to work with people one-on-one and getting changes. Fish, how can people connect with you if they want to learn more about you and all your social media platforms?
Absolutely. Fishfit.com, my website. FishFit Golf, that's my handle on almost every social media, from Twitter to Facebook to Instagram to Periscope. And then we're looking at, that's pretty much it. FishFit YouTube also for my channel. So gotta get in all those, Social media is the new thing.
Technology's crazy. So thanks again, Fish, for sharing your time, you guys. If you're interested, if you're around Dallas, Houston, we got a couple people flying in to stay at the resort. Check out the links in the description box. Okay, we're going to be doing some bonus giveaways at the event. Snacks and refreshments are included. And we're actually doing, which is very cool, I'm going to throw this in there, Fish, is we're going to do a VIP hangout after the experience. Okay, so at nighttime, we're going to be holding an event at the private casita. You're going to come back for snacks and drinks, and you'll be able to talk to, Fish one-on-one. He can tell you stories on the tour. You can talk to me one-on-one. I can talk to you about Hawaii or the business, and you can talk to Gordon as well. So I wanted to make it intimate. I want you guys to get some, instructional stuff, but if you guys want to come back, shoot the bull, and talk to us one-on-one, you can. We're here to make relationships with people and build those and continue. So thanks, you guys. Click on the link description box down below. Hope to see you. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. To your success.
Honored.
Thanks for watching that video, you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out Fish's website. Check out some of his history and experience on the PGA Tour. And if you want more information on the first ever MTI Experience, just click on the annotation, the video to your left, or the link in the description box. If you guys haven't already, please hit me up on Facebook, Gabriel M. Ryder, Instagram, PGA Tour Driven, and please subscribe. More videos coming out every week.